back to G Solo.
What's up?
When you came with that name, because that sounds like that's like you being like by yourself. Is that what it was? Like you was solo? You was a solo artist?
You know what? Truthfully, the solo came from the character from Star Wars, Han Solo, but I just had to put some more soul to it. It had to be funkier for me, so I spell it SOULO, like black folk soul.
Oh, okay.
But he was a rebel in the galaxy, and he had the Cadillac of the spaceships, and his partner was his dog, and so that I felt that, what I'm saying. He was like, besides Boba Fett type shit, like he was my favorite character of that, so I applied that. So, and basically, I'm saying, man, a brother don't need much, and so it ain't like I want to do it with all the family. We could all be there. The nation building I love that. So the name doesn't imply that, but it really does, because the G is not. It's generic to but I'm saying the G is for God, because all you really need is that, in my opinion. And so the G, it's like G Solo. You know what I'm saying? In fact, cats be like, if I was to break down game, it's really God and me. You know what I'm saying? So it's G Solo again. That's really what it meant to me. You know what I'm saying? As far as like having that rebel, I always felt like, I could do things for myself that another man could have me do for him, and he give me what he think it's worth. You see what I'm saying? And I believe that for us, period. You know what I'm saying? And us includes us. And without apology, that's how I feel. You know what I'm saying? And but you don't depend and don't have to depend on that. And that's what that kind of, like, that's kind of a nutshell what that kind of meant to me. But it don't mean everything got to be by myself, or I don't need nobody, or hey, nobody else is included in that, because it don't happen without everybody else, for real. But I'm a servant of the people. I put it like that.
Okay.
I put it like that.
So you said you grew up in High Point a little bit, huh?
Yes, sir. P.S. I'm from here.
So with you being a rapper, is there any like maybe street influence that maybe influenced you in some of your rapping and some of your ways, and like you see my man, yeah, I'm gonna be like that guy when I grow up, I like his style, can you name a couple cats that come to mind that you can just like say like, yeah, that's what I want to do?
For sure. As far as like just period, or MC on some, I'm not a rapper, I'm an MC, brother.
Okay.
I'm an MC. Nah, not the real. But you mean as far as rhyming is concerned, or is you talking about?
Because it all comes in one, like your influence period.
Okay.
That you had growing up.
Some of my biggest influences, as far as the point was concerned, my experience in the point was like everything about the point. Like before the Civil War, everything about the point was like nothing else existed, almost, to me, because everything that was cool was in the point. It was literally like a village, like a little town of its own. Because see, I ain't never called Seattle the town. That's T-town is the town, or the town was Oakland, to be honest. That's why I never really wanted to say the town. When I refer to the town, a little story. The town, when you hear people say that about Seattle, they gotta pay homage to High Point. And I'm gonna tell you why. Because the only place that was called the town when that started being a word up here, as far as to describe here, was High Point, period. We call High Point the town because it was its own little place inside the sound, Seattle. You see what I'm saying? The Northwest, or Washington. It was a unique place, and it's the highest point in Seattle. You see what I'm saying? So, but as far as influence, like, man, there was pimps, drug addicts, drunks, hustlers, hoes, like free lunch, candy checkers, you know what I'm saying? Gang banging, crack, police officers, corrupt police officers, mamas, welfare, the whole bit, everything from free lunch cheese to the where the forest came from, and the likes, Earl's store, let's talk. I mean, everything, man. The point, just something in the water. It influenced me definitely, but I don't know if there's one thing that really just is the thing that, you know what I mean?
Or person?
Yeah, I don't. Nah, I mean, I definitely had like people leave impressions on me for different things, though. Definitely, but
you want to name some of those people?
Shit, I don't really like naming, but yeah, I could like my big brother Michael, my oldest brother Arthur Jr. See, I can, I don't mind speaking on names like that, because I don't know how brothers feel about that, and I respect that. But there's a lot of cats that who you are that impress me or influence me in this way, or was I salute or learn some things from, some not so legal, you know what I'm saying? But that came with the territory and the mentality at certain times in life, But I definitely got some heroes. Shoot, there's a lot of them, but definitely my oldest brother left a big impression on me, both positive and negative. But pimpin', and we can go on. My mama's resilience definitely left an impression on me. My uncles, and but they was in the central, my grandparents. But I've always been influenced by music, and it's been a part of my upbringing. My mom was a singer. My uncles have had a band locally for at least 50 plus years, and I'm doing them a disservice. In fact, right here on Moebility.t.v, they on my chest. I bleed music. My heart beats music. I ain't never been influenced by no gangs. I always thought that was divide and conquer, and High Point was very strong in the unisons that we had, and I'm talking about we transcended everything before, they was pushing these certain agendas. Like, we just was poinsettias, you know what I'm saying? And not because we was the toughest or we was the biggest or we had the most money or the gun. It was just something in the water about the West and the Point in particular, that anybody from there just know what I'm talking about. It's an undescribable feeling, but I don't think there's a neighborhood, no disrespect, and I wipe my feet and invite y'all all to come on in. But no neighborhood or project before everything was gentrified and different like it is today. I don't believe there was nowhere on the planet Earth like the Point, period. And that's the honest to God truth. And I'm talking about when it was some wood siding, and things of that nature. But and pit bulls, I'm definitely, because they some loyal friends. So pit bulls, and they get the bad rap like brothers and sisters do. So I fuck with pit bulls, and that definitely come from my big brother and the Point.
Okay, so wait a minute.
Shout outs to the sand pits. What you know about the sand pits?
Okay.
Yeah, okay, anyway, you was gonna say.
No, go ahead.
Nah, I just wanted to say that because motherfuckers ain't knowing that.
You leave yourself out, man.
They don't know about Kmart and Food Giant and them walking up and down in them colored food stamp papers, and that food bank cheese being the best when it came to the grilled cheese. They don't know about the Holly Hall parties, you know what I'm saying, and the curly slides. And I mentioned that old gym, the smell of the old gym. If you ain't never, okay, you see what I'm saying? If you ain't, man, those who know, and that's what that PS is about, man. And I'm proud to say that. Like, you see, I'm grinning and all that because it make me feel good. Something about the Point, though. That sound like a whole book. Something about the Point. Matter of fact, man, come on, collect it up and do your thing with it, God, straight up. But let's move on, man. I just want to shout out the sand pits because if you go by there now, it's all corny colored, same looking ass. I mean, You know, it ain't, you can't walk through the sand pits no more to get to that Denny pool or something like that. Or, you know, y'all, man, come on. Red Shield, West Seattle rivalries. What? Okay, let's go, man. Let's move on. Let's move on, man. Let's move on, man. I'm wherever we gonna take it. Yeah, we gonna go there.
Okay, so now you paying homage to your hood, you know.
Definitely.
So with that saying, did you put all this what you just told me, is that influencing your rhymes? Does that influence everything that you do in life?
Definitely. I mean, yeah, I'm rooted. I mean, you know, I ain't never one for claiming no block or nothing, but Hypo was just different. You know what I'm saying? It was, like I said, it was magical. The shit was magical for real. It was like the best project man, it was like a magical place with all kind of flavors and styles and like just everybody knew everybody at a time. It's really like a little town of its own, just at the top of the world. That's what it was like, man. The point. You know, when Metro was Metro and then before it was so many crazy motherfuckers on that bus, man. I mean, I used to like catching the bus and connecting the West Seattle Bridge to the Central and the South End, and man, it was a beautiful thing. Y'all know, you know, before we all, you know, got pushed to the South like this, man, you know. Bring back the Sonics, by the way, you motherfuckers. That's, you know, that I don't know if I'm supposed to keep it PG, but that irritates me, because that was a process. That was the first thing to go before the acting like you don't know what time it is, man. But you know what? We got some music coming out. We can talk about that too, straight up.
Okay. What is that saying? So
Yes,
you know, you started doing music and everything like that. Did you have like a crew? Who was your crew? What crew would you run with? What was the name of your crew?
Okay, now see, I will shout out these cats because this was my first hip hop rhyme crew, rap crew. This was my first cats that I was doing music with. And this was Ace of Mercers when like I was really like by this time I was dedicated to writing and I was kind of green in it, but I found my passion. And with that said, shout out to Crafty, cause that's my guy, man. You know, what we call him at the time, Mr. Warm. And I ain't even trying to clown my man for that one, cause I think I gave him the name. And I don't know why I gave him. Maybe he must have just something. Maybe he was Mr. Warm though. Maybe he warmed up the female. I don't know what he did, but I named him that. And I ain't gonna give a cat a name like that unless it means something, you know. But and it was a title of endearment because he was my partner. But Mike Dampier, Mr. Warm, and I can't think of what he called himself back then. It might have been what he called himself today. So shouts to my man, JoJo Page. Man, and I ain't doing you justice, brother, because I can't think of your name. And it's going to bug me. I might blurt it out later, but anyway. And we had our beatbox. We had a beatbox named Alejandro Gold. And I can't remember what we called him. Cool Rock Beat? Or that might have been when Craig joined us, because we battled this one crew and the rhymers was weak, but the beatbox had like bass like he had it in a trunk. It was crazy. And after that we was like, man, what's that? And they battled, but it was a stalemate because Ali had the beats, but Craig had that. It was like, how's that happening? We had to have it. So and he might have been Cool Rock Beat, but anyway, that's my first crew. We was called the Front Rappers or something like that. And I still, if I dug them up, I still got like at one point I wrote all the rhymes, but then Crafty was filthy by himself, and he was, you know, y'all know Crafty. I ain't got to say nothing. If you from Seattle, you got to know something about Craft, straight up. I don't know how active he is, but he was one of the ones, and he was coming out the South End, but we went to Ace of Mercer together. Man, I'm candid. JoJo, I told you I was gonna blurt it out. JoJo Page, candid. And I think Joe coming out the Central, or no, he might have lived in the West. Not the point, but he might have been in the West. But and he was filthy too by himself. He's still, I'm sure he's still active. You could probably look it up. But that was the first crew. After that, I got with a crew with Butch, and y'all from the West should know Butch, and my brother Mike, and then Joe Albert, Wacko. Y'all should know Joe. Check him out. You know, y'all at the Southern Diner. In fact, you know, you can check him out tonight. In fact, Thursdays, Fridays, Saturdays. Okay, and you see me there, and you'll see Moebility.t.v there, man. And you know, we'll go on to that. But that, I think that crew was called the Bonafide Boys. And my brother, I must tell this, cause this one stuck in my craw, so I'm gonna let it go, bro. And I love you still, but my brother didn't vote me in. It was a three-man vote. And shouts to Big Bro Whack, cause Joe, you voted me in, and Fee, Big Bro Fee, you voted me in the crew. My brother didn't want me in that crew, man, but I got voted into the Bonafide Boys, is what we was called. And we actually, now this is really, anybody who knows probably still got the tape we did, the Bonafide Boy tape, and that's what made like Seattle kind of, or at least the West or cats from the Point be like, what? That's Jay? Cause I did a song on there called The Demonstration. A demonstration. And I, somebody gotta have that. And if you got it, I need to hear it myself. But after that, that was the last crew I was really in. It just been G Solo after that. Rest in peace to Dirty. Because in fact, when Coconut at the old gym, when it was called the Y, me and him, the night he died, we were sitting in the studio together, and we made a song. And if anyone got this song, please shoot it to. I don't know who might have this song, but we made one song together, and we decided, hey man, we gonna be a crew, because it was about to be G Solo and Dirty, and we was about to be a crew. I don't even know if we had a name yet. And I stayed at the studio. He cut out on the fade, and that was that. You know, shouts to Mama. I see you. And so, but anyway, but that, and after that, that was kind of the last time I really crewed up like that. Other than that, I do cuts with cats like that I already named previously. And other than that, you know, just have a producer shoot me beats, and I make songs. That's it. Shouts to Bean. Shouts to King Otto. Shouts to Vitamin D. Shouts to Pro Mike. And you know, shouts to Good Wine. Trying to name all y'all. There's a few more. Shouts to, come on, Lake Freeman, Devious Ducksky, man, get out of there, man. And a couple more producers that he maybe slipped me a few, you know. But let's move on, man. You know,
you mentioned one of them names up in there. You said Pro Mike. You didn't really give him too much of a history on him. Like, what's up with Pro Mike?
Me and Pro actually.
How'd you run into him? On the hip hop tip, like, what made you guys come? Because it seemed like you guys came at the same time. All you guys, like Butch, you, him, you know, all your brother Specs, all you guys came, you know.
Well, because see, that was the True Believer crew. And so that was TBC. And so shouts to Smear, shouts to Bean, shouts to